So that's this week, closing partials. This is how it's done. Could you take it? Perhaps it needs some demonstration towards the MentoredTrader. Okay, we're not going to MentoredTraders. Let's go to our MentoredTraders. MentoredTrader.
It's in this one actually in my
And let's switch to the MentoredTraders. And we'll see how we go. So this is, let me get something out here. Man, you tell me when my time is up. I don't want to eat up people's name. Are we there? I want to take, it's BTC. They're going to take a compare BTC, I think. We can hear call. Yeah, BTC USD.
BTC USD.
Yes.
Let me try again.
I want us at least learn something. Never come. Are we there?
It's running. Are you guys seeing it?
Are we there? I want us to take random positions. Just, I want you to look at BTC. Take a position of one lot, just one lot. Full lot. Do you guys know about lots? Demo account, you have demo accounts, right? One lot. May I have not taken. Let me see. Are we there? I think it's running, right? Are we on the same page?
Yeah, on the screen. Are you guys seeing the screen? Are you seeing the screen now? Is everybody seeing the screen? Are you seeing the screen? Yes.
Full load. I want you to use a full load. Are we there? We either buy or sell. So we use a full load, right? What are we learning here? Closing partials is what we are learning. At least if there is one thing you can take away from for today. One note, are we there? Are we in profits or loss? One of the two is right. Just they don't profit or loss. Someone has just bought and someone has sold. And closing a scroll of garment, I'm going to close this position, but don't close it. I said, don't close it. You show me your screens, I see. Are we there? Is it playing out? Market closed. Which broker are you using? It's a few brokers. Let me show you something here. Let me use some derivative account. I demonstrate this. So I'm going to buy, this is VR100 for those of you who don't know about it, don't worry about it. So this is VR100. Edimulos, I've bought it with a full lot. Edimulos here, $1. This is a VR100. VR100 is some volatile pair, Edimu volatility indices. This is VR100. I've bought it using a full lot. Now what we are learning here is closing partials. What you do is scroll or call however you slide, then obanga closing a position, then you reduce on the lot size. When you reduce on the lot size, I'm going to reduce to 0.50. So those are closing partials. That means if it's running a negative $2, if I close partials, I've closed half of it, again I have $1 remaining, closing partials. That takes us back to risk to reward or taking profits, where our friend is like, man, I failed to get where to close my profits from and all that stuff. So you close. The position doesn't close out, but we take off some profits, taking partials. So it's still running, but we've closed some. That's what we call closing partials. You understand? So it's one other way how we can cap this thing of, I don't know why my take profit is and all that stuff. And another thing, we're using different strategies. For those of us who studied supply and demand, our mentors told us, you look at the next unmitigated zones, or the fair value gaps. For those ones that are having money, it's okay. Fair value gap areas, unmitigated zones, those are our take profit zones. Period. Now, fair value gap, you took a buy from here. This is the fair value gap here. This is the unmitigated zone with an engulfing. Period. Now, my trade plan does let's say my risk to reward is 1 to 3. My risk to reward is not near the unmitigated zone, but it's just in the fair value gap. Period. I think this is the best way. Quite really different traders. So at least we've seen that. The emotions winning strategy, which doesn't exist, take profit. Are we good? Next move, confluences. So our friend was like, man, I always get setups, but I fail to get in, and just like that, the market goes my way as I expected it to go. I be there and man, how I wish I took them, how I wish I took the trade and all that stuff. How does that come about? This thing comes about when you don't trust yourself still. Toina trading plan. Because what I think trading is, the trading plan is trading. Tells you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And if you don't have one, that means you're not going to trade because you don't know how and when you're going to trade. What are you taking? So it's the trading plan. Confluences. We have been mentored from different mentors and we have different confluences. For someone, or what's that patterns are young for me when I say pennant, I'm buying, it's a bullish pennant. Or what supply and demand program, my confluences are an order block, a fair value gap, and which other confluence do we use there? Yeah, a church, break of a church and a break of structure. For those ones are using. We've been trending upwards. I get the previous low broken, causing a church. They call it a church, right? I get a retest of this, either this level, to sell off. This is my confluence. That means if my trade plan has all this, I'm having a church with me, I'm having a break of structure, I'm having an engulfing near a demand zone, or what they write order block for them when they believe it's an order block. They do that. Confluences. That's why we enter these markets. We don't take trades for Magalani Yasi. No. We have to have reasons that's why I'm taking it. It has to be there. That's what makes us traders. We have a set of rules we are following in this game. So, for confluences, for someone to take a trade, you have to be with your confluences. I don't know, Ezozirichi, or just Sanga, have some mentor there. Remember, for us to trading at W's and M's, when you see this, wait for it to be broken. They call it a neckline. You wait for the retest of the neckline, or support and resistance. Remember, this was a resistance level. It has been broken here. You wait for the retest, break and retest traders. You buy. these guys who use M's and W's. Katatera, it's the same. That's why I said these concepts are the same. I want us to look at this. The difference between these two things.
Okay, sure.
This is M traders, M's and W's traders. This is a smart money concept guide. Should I make it bigger for us to see them, right? I want us to get the difference. I want guys to bear witness with me. M's and W's traders, they are there. We have one here. It will be like, this is an M. If it's broken, I wait for a retest. This is the neckline. They call it a neckline. Then I sell. Then supply and demand, ICT traders, for them, Basita order blocks, ICT traders, which are the SM60, it's the same course, SMC. Again, we've been trading upwards, highs, another high, low, high. We break the previous low. This has been a break of structure. If we break the most recent low, to an uptrend, it becomes a tilt instead of another break of structure. So this becomes a tilt, right? I'll come into a tilt. Generally, I retest, I say, what's the difference there? Is there any difference? M's and W traders have gone, I wait for the retest of the neckline. Or supply and demand, ICT SMs again have gone, I wait for the most recent low to be broken. I call that a change of character to say retest or support and resistance. Actually, madam, say S and R. I've gone. This is my zone, a support, a resistance area, a resistance here. It was broken. Nefukamu support. The come here, let down the break, retest. So this was what? A resistance because it was tested here. Anyone value breaking as you tested it, they bought. But then value breaking as a support or resistance level, but you retesting it, so I have to say. That's where I come to a conclusion. There is no winning strategy. There are no strategies. These things are the same. Guys just come up with names of their strategies, the so-called strategies, to sell courses to different people. I get it. M's and W's, they all make money. Support and resistance, supply and demand. These things are the same. You understand? So, this is taking us back to what our friend said, confluences. We have to get confluences. My confluence is, I wait for a neckline to be broken, they retest it. Or support and resistance have gone, I wait for the previous resistance area to be broken, then come here. For this has been resistance, we value here. I wait it to be broken, retest and value. I wait for the sample because it has been sampled here. I wait it to be broken, retest, then sell. This is break and retest. Or supply and demand have gone, most previous low to be broken, causing a change of character, then retest, I say. No difference. And I'm these are the confluences. For this one, I don't have my neckline is my confluence. Or what's up and when I have a change of character is the confluence. Or this support and resistance have gone. Support broken or resistance broken. Just to be retested, that's why I take it. That takes us back to the confluences. You have to be with your